property is a complex skill for the students to grasp. Actually, this is our second week doing it, so we want to make sure that we revisit it this week and that we get some homework sent home and more practice in class. But I just want to go over some of the main vocabulary words that we're looking at in math are distributive property, multiplication, array, factor, and sum. The students have been working with this since the beginning of the school year. We started off with multiplication, real heavy, and well, it was repeated addition, then multiplication, and now we're moving into distributive property. So basically, it looks complicated because I know that we learn math differently in school, because I definitely did. However, it's not as complicated as it looks. Basically, what they want the students to be able to do is they want them to be able to understand that if you have like a big math, like a big multiplication problem, such as 5 times 6, and you don't exactly know the answer, that you can take a bigger problem and break it down into smaller equations, and you can use the sum of those equations to find out the answer to the bigger equation, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to show you right here. This is an example. Draw a line to separate each array into two smaller arrays and then write the new facts. So we're doing a lot of different, skills right now. So we are dividing, we're separating, we're looking at the arrays, we're creating the multiplication facts that we know, the smaller ones, and then we're taking the smaller ones and we're adding them together. So let's go ahead, and I was going to highlight some of the important terms. And as you're working on your homework with your child, this is something that you can do as well. So we're drawing a line. We are separating the array into two smaller arrays, and then we're going to be writing two new facts. Okay. All right. So it says 5 times 6. So blank times blank plus blank times blank. We can do this in all different types of ways. Everyone's probably not going to have the same answer. There are multiple answers. We just want to make sure that they understand the concept of it. Okay, so let's just say I'm going to divide mine right here. So if I divide mine right here, then of course this is the first equation up here. And this is going to be the second array equation down here, okay? That 2 looks kind of funky, but let me make that 2 look a little better. Okay. There we go. All right, so the first one is going to be blank times blank equals blank. All right, and so let's look at number 1. We will look at the rows, so we'll go up and down. How many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go across how many are in each row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and 3 times 6 is 18. And then we'll go to the second array, and I'll change my color just to show you for the second array. All right, blank times blank equals blank. All right, and we have how many rows going down? 1, 2. And we have how many each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then 2 times 6 is 12. All right, and now what we'll do is ultimately we'll take the 2 answers from our multiplication and we will add them together. We'll add the sums together in order to get the answer. So down here, if we wanted to go ahead and write 3 times 6 plus, excuse my writing, 2 times 6. And then the sum of both of these, of course, 8 plus 2, 10, carry a 1, 1, 2, 3. And the answer is 30. And of course, if you were to just look at this problem straight out, you could see, if we erase everything, you could definitely see that, let's erase everything. Of course, we know, we as adults, we know 5 times 3 is 30. But sometimes, the students, they're not fluent in their multiplication facts, which is something that you definitely can be working on at home. Every night you can make some little, cards or whatnot, because that is something that they're definitely lacking right now, and something that we definitely need. Okay, let me just do one real quick, and I'm just gonna go back in. Okie dokie. And then I say, okay, how many rows do I have, guys? One, two, three, four, five. Okay, and how many do I have in each row? All right, one, two, three, four, five, six. And of course, 5 times 6 equals 30. And 30. And that's exactly what we got on the last one. So this is what the concept is. There are some problems where, we'll have different answers or whatever, a variety of answers, I should say. And then there's some, like on the homework number 7 through 10, where they're more specific. So if you're having any trouble with it, I completely understand. We'll definitely go over it tomorrow in class. But I hope this helped you out. This is what we're learning right now. We'll have a little quiz on it on Friday. Thank you.